This ain't no disco.
Ain't no country club neither.
This is RVA.
Welcome back to another spiritful episode of
Oh La La in RVA
with Big Daddy.
That's right, I'm here.
Season 3.
Episode 18, the last episode of the year.
All right, so what we talking about on this show?
So we are talking about
A very esteemed boudoir photographer in Richmond. That is a long time coming. We've been trying to have her on for like over 2 years, and we are disorganized and it didn't happen. So finally we're here with her.
yes, Melanie Eaton. Give her a warm round of applause. I cannot speak. Thank you. And more on our other guest momentarily.
Yes.
First, what else will we be discussing, Big Daddy? What are you going to drop on us?
The Big Daddy topic of this wonderful podcast is going to be Christmas related because tis the season. And I don't know if you've seen the movie Bad Santa,
I love that movie.
but it's going to be about some hilarious crimes committed by Santa.
Oh, that's
All right.
funny. That's a good
Can't
one.
wait.
I like it. We're also going to be talking about some New Year's Eve events coming up because it's a very sparkly, fun time in Richmond.
Yes, including some low-key events.
And high-key events.
That's right. And then we have our business and show of the week.
Yes, indeed. And we also have the artist of the week.
Yeah, so keep listening.
Yep.
All right. Well, why don't you introduce our guest?
Yes,
please,
yes.
madam.
This week on Oh La La, we're joined by the amazing Melanie Eaton, a Richmond-based luxury fashion boudoir and branding photographer known for her high-end editorial style images that empower women to step into their confidence. Melanie grew up in Fredericksburg before landing in Richmond, and she's been a creative force ever since. From disposable cameras to building a career rooted in artistry and self-expression. She's also the founder of the Me program, her signature community and experience designed to help women feel seen, celebrated, and powerful. We're so excited to dive into her story and her work and to talk a little bit with her friend Hannah, who is a part of the Me program. So everyone give a warm welcome to our guests. Yay!
Thank you so much.
And
So excited.
here's a note. This is their first podcast.
Oh, cool. Virgins among us.
Yes, and a third podcast because we have another one on the way.
A baby.
Hannah.
I'm currently 8 months pregnant and can't breathe, can't move, but I'm here.
We're glad.
Yay! Okay, we're gonna start with an icebreaker. It's very low key. So if 2025 gave you a vibe, what would it be? Soft girl era, Delulu era, main character era, or something totally different, and why? And we'll go around the table. And you can start, Melanie.
Honestly, I would say this was my main character era. I felt like my business was doing really well. Met a lot of new clients, a lot of new people. I was doing a little bit better with my structure for the Me program, promoting things a little sooner than later, because the year before I'd be promoting things like 2 months prior, and I'm like, that's not gonna, do it. So I feel like this year was definitely just a great year for me.
You've been kicking ass, too.
Thank you.
The pics
I
that
know.
we've seen
So
are
beautiful.
just insane.
Thank you.
Love them.
That means a lot.
Hannah?
Hannah?
I'm gonna definitely say the year of Delulu for sure. As my sister and I have called it, 2025 is the year of fuck it for us, which is anything that we've wanted to accomplish, somewhere we've wanted to travel, something we've wanted to do. We're gonna do it. Fuck it, and then the money will come at some point. So I'm gonna go with Delulu, and then also getting pregnant a little quicker than we expected. So that's gonna be what I'm gonna go with.
That fits the bill.
Liz?
I agree. I think mine's Delulu as well because I've definitely said yes to every trip invite, as Matt will attest to.
Okay, yeah, there's no.
You've had a
involved, yeah.
Delulu decade.
It's true. I know. I was going to say that's just me. I am Delulu. But can't wait. The last big trip I have on the books is coming up in January. My friend Amy and I are going to Ecuador and Galapagos.
Is that new?
We booked it like 2 months ago.
That's awesome.
Probably while we were on another trip.
That is awesome.
That's so cool.
So can't wait. How about you, girl?
I'm going to say main character because I have a side hustle. Twins. I have a side hustle. It was the most lucrative year. I've also been diving into my kickboxing classes, and my fitness is just, it's not where I want it to be, but it's getting there. And I'm really excited about it. It was a great year for just self-improvement.
That's awesome. Yes.
Matt?
Big Daddy?
I would say main character just because I've been working on improving myself, such as, going to the gym, focusing on fitness and, focusing on my job and everything.
Hell yeah.
You're
Yes.
kicking ass and taking names.
You're a daddy.
To Boudra.
And Elizabeth.
Yes, yes. All right, what's next? You got another question?
Yes, let's begin the interview. Okay, so you're Melanie. You're known for capturing confidence. When did you start feeling confident behind the camera?
I will admit it is forever one of those things you have to just work on and remind yourself, because it does depend on what season you're in mentally and physically. So you might have moments where, you're really feeling yourself and moments where you're not, and that's okay. But you just got to pick up, and remind yourself of why you're amazing, what's unique about yourself, and how everyone, has something to bring to the table, even in the times you might feel like you don't. So I would say for me, it honestly, if I could think of a specific year, it was when I was 13 years old. My mom put highlights in my hair, and that was it. She felt herself. I felt, that was it. I felt like I was so beautiful. I was like the queen, just those money pieces. That was all I needed. So it could be something as little as that.
I love that.
That actually feeds into the question I was going to ask. So do you feel like your upbringing helped influence you, or kind of influenced you to become something creative, i.e. photographer?
Yes, actually, 100%. So my mom was big into, cleaning up the house like, we do. And she would blast VH1 videos on the TV. Ooh. So I grew up just sitting there watching those. She was big into her magazines. So I would flip through Victoria's Secret, be like, wow, I love these photos. I love the art in these videos, how cool and weird. I want to kind of tap into that world when I get older. And obviously the Victoria's Secret models and all the magazines were gorgeous, and who's not attracted to beauty?
Exactly.
So do you used to watch that show Pop-Up Video on VH1?
Pop-Up Video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That show was great.
I loved it. Yeah. It was so cool.
I miss those days.
I do too. I miss waking up in the morning before school and watching music videos. And then my mom would come upstairs and I'd quickly change the channel because they were so inappropriate. Okay. So take us back more to that time, to the disposable camera, Melanie. What were you photographing back then? And what do you think that says about who you are now?
I was photographing pretty much anything and everything. My sister and I, especially my sister Christina, we're 2 years apart. So my dad would always be like, go outside and play. And we would just take the disposable cameras and just snap a bunch of things, including each other and random rocks or something on the floor, and be like, wow, look how cool. We get to go, develop these and see what, came of it. But
it was so exciting going to pick up your pictures
So-
after getting them developed.
I honestly miss those days, just the nostalgia of a simpler life, where you had to kind of wait for things, but it made it more worthwhile.
The disappointment when something went wrong with the camera.
Right, yes. Or sometimes you'd get those weird orbs when you would use,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, ooh, this is a cool effect.
It's a ghost.
Right. It's a ghost.
I'd be like, that's Grandpa.
So I was going to say, with disposable film, it's do you think people used to take care more of the setting of the picture and, just the composition,
Yeah.
Instead now it's just You can take a picture anytime you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, now I take a photo, I immediately can go in and see everything. And it's great, but it also, in some ways, like loses that substance, that excitement of time and having to just be patient to see. So, yeah.
I feel like also, even though we posed, it wasn't as posed back in the day as it is now, because now we're like, can you take like 20 and make like 10 of them
my
from
God,
above,
yeah.
5 from the side?
But at the same time,
angle, yeah.
that's actually, we might be coming back to the olden times, because people had to sit for hours to get their picture taken.
Yeah.
Back way
That's
back.
true.
In the 1800s or whatever.
That is so true.
That's why they photographed a lot of dead people.
Well,
Yes.
if you went with disposables, you only had like 20 to begin with.
That's true.
So
Yeah,
it
it's
was
true.
like, all right,
yeah.
there's your one.
Yeah.
Hope it was good.
I've seen at weddings too lately, though, that they're bringing like the disposable back, which I wish we had done that.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Let's renew our vows again.
Because there's like beauty in all different kinds of photography, film especially. I do love film photography. And that was another thing that got me into it. High school, I took a photography class. And so we would go into the red room and,
Ooh, yeah.
develop from there. And that was definitely, I would say, the second foot in the door for me for photography. Just, having so much fun learning all about it. So
When you first started professionally, what things were you shooting? Is it still the same style, or has it kind of morphed over time?
So what's funny is I've actually changed my style kind of, not a lot. I've always kind of dabbled in fashion ultimately, or that was the first thing I did. But the very, very first thing was my children. They were my original muses, they were younger, so they would let me take their photo. I'd go into Goodwill and just like find like a random like old style dress for them to wear. And we would take photos like just outside in the field. And I was learning a lot through them. So
That's awesome.
cute.
That you're proteges.
yeah. So they started it all. And then I actually did alternative stuff for a while, like just kind of like dark grungy alt girls with tattoos. And I was all about like the tattoo magazines and stuff. And I still am. But then it kind of steered from that to fashion and boudoir. So
I feel like you've kind of merged the two.
yeah, exactly. Because I feel like, you gotta like put your own spin on it and your own tweak.
And I feel like that's very Richmond, because like almost everyone is covered in tattoos here.
Yep.
I was going to ask, how many tattoos do you have?
Well, I will give her a shout out. My sister, Lisa Dahl, is up in Maryland and she does all my tattoos. So I would say I probably have in total between my arm and leg and my back, like 25 tattoos.
That's a pretty good
Yeah. That's
number there.
gorgeous,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's really
flower.
pretty.
Thank you so much.
brilliant.
Yeah. This was like it started off as like one or two pieces and then it kind of builded up to a whole sleeve. But
I like the lipstick. Is that a lipstick?
Yeah, how would you describe it?
this actually was a separate tattoo from all the floral stuff, but this was a best friend tattoo. Me and my girl Ashley got these done.
And it's a lipstick.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a little lipstick. She wanted to do lipstick tattoos because I used to help her with her hair and makeup for photo shoots. Because I also dabble in hair and makeup. I just don't really, talk about that. But, and yeah, she said, you always make me feel beautiful. So let's get these done together. So it was really cool.
I love that. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Want your hair.
Thank you.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It's like perfect.
I feel like I have the worst hair here, so
No,
y'all.
we're all beautiful.
Yes.
Speaking of beautiful, what does confident look like to you, and how do you help women tap into it during a shoot?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I feel like confidence, like I kind of said, it's like something you gotta, tap into even when you're feeling down and focus on the good things about you. But I feel like it's just, being proud of who you are, even when you might not feel good about things. And doing little things to make you feel good, like your hair and makeup. Sometimes if I get my hair and makeup done, I feel so much better. And then I'm like, I feel confident today. So what's the phrase? Like, look good, feel good. I really do believe in that.
Yeah, I feel like the camera can definitely reveal that. Like if you don't feel positive about yourself.
Yes, exactly. So
That's so true.
Yeah.
So how did you go from the more alternative vibe into creating the Me Project and doing boudoir?
Oh,
And then
yes.
tell us what the Me Project is.
Yes. Okay. So actually, the Me program was just randomly thought of when I had my son. Or actually, I was pregnant with him. I was about to have him. And I was just laying on the couch one day and I was thinking, motherhood is such a wonderful thing, but you do sometimes feel very isolated because you're in your home, you're raising your children most of your day, running around in mom mode. You almost like forget how to socialize and like do things. You become a little, awkward. And I'm like, I really want to make sure I don't lose sight of that community. So I want to build my own community and incorporate photography in that. So I one day was just like, honey, I asked my husband, what should I call this? He's like, well, we thought about it. He's like, why don't you just use your first and last name and your initials and just have it be the Me program.
Ooh.
So it has a double
I did
meaning.
not know that.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
pretty
like,
cool.
It's like my name.
Now that you say that, I'm like, duh.
Yeah. But it's also me. It's also about you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Creative, yeah.
Yeah, you're signing up for this subscription to empowerment and community for you, and so ultimately it was inspired, I guess, by my pregnancy. I don't know. My son might have been in there floating around, helping me think of something to do. But I just ultimately really wanted to not lose sight of that, like to have my social life and to bring people together, especially women, especially when you're a mom, you need that support and stuff like that.
Right.
So, yeah.
So how did you meet Hannah, and how is Hannah involved in the Me program?
So Hannah is amazing. Oh my God. Okay. So swooning over Hannah. I did a Barbie themed package, Barbie.
Oh my God,
Our girl.
they love Barbie.
We were Barbie girls.
Yes. And Hannah had booked that. She was a client for that set. And in conversation while she's getting her hair and makeup done, my beauty team and I tell her about the Me program. So she signs up. And she's been in the program for, I think, like 2 years now. And not only is she a client to me, but she's become a good friend. She's probably one of the most like supportive, sweet, like just amazing people I know. So
Sweet. Oh my God.
you are though.
I've loved being in the program so much. I was actually going to speak to the comment earlier about like what makes you feel confident and how being in the program has you get so much confidence during the photo shoots because you're surrounded by women who are just hyping you up. They're talking about like, oh my gosh, you're doing so amazing. This looks so cool. And you get this rush of like, oh wait, I am hot shit. Okay.
I love that. Yeah. I'm a bad bitch.
Right. I love that. Yes.
Walk us through your shoot. Like, give us like the backdrop. What were you wearing?
Oh God, which one?
For the
Barbie.
tell us Barbie.
So for Barbie, I did a pink blazer dress with these really cool pink knee-high boots that were light pink on one side and hot pink on the other. And I normally do very alternative style shoots. I like the weird. I like the out of the box lot. Right. And so Barbie was a step out of my comfort zone. I'm not much for the pretty and so I thought it was going to be hard, and it was a little bit challenging. And then we did a vintage Barbie swimsuit.
Oh, that's
with
awesome.
the black and white
Yes.
swimsuit Barbie, and I love those pictures. I love those pictures so much.
That's so cool.
So who supplies costumes or like the apparel?
fashion?
Yeah, it's the fashion.
So it's honestly a combination of myself and sometimes we'll bring in a wardrobe stylist, Emma Manis, who's also local to Richmond, and somebody you guys should also
that'd be
interview.
really cool.
She's great. And or the clients will bring their own outfit. You know, I always let them have the say because this is still ultimately something that reflects them. So I want them to be able to be happy with what they're wearing and what they're doing. So, and as far as the sets, I usually make those as well. Or I have my friend who's a carpenter. His name is Noah. Help me with
Noah's Ark.
Of course.
Yeah, right. So he'll help me with some of this stuff too. So,
That's cool.
yeah.
And where do you shoot these things? Is it always the same place?
It depends. Sometimes we'll do like on location. We recently, our promo shoot for the fall was a Living Dead Girl editorial.
That sounds cool.
Rob Zombie?
My God, yes. We did that at the estate at River Run, name dropping again. It's a beautiful venue, beautiful estate. And just these big cathedral windows. I'm like, okay, this is perfect for a photo shoot for this style that we're going for. So yeah, we had a lot of fun there.
That's cool. So sorry, Liz, but like, I'm interested. What is the process of like booking a venue? Like, do you just like find a really cool place and you're like, hey, I want a photo shoot here?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, hey, what's your price? You know, and if it's within my budget, you know, because that's another thing. When you run a business, you got to be careful. You got to make sure you're not like putting way too much out, more than you're receiving. So if the price is right, then I'm like, okay, cool, let's proceed. But if it's out of it, then I have to kind of just like find a plan B. I really do try to provide as much luxe and, you know, nice experiences with my sets and themed sessions. But like I said, there are times I kind of have to take a step back and be like, all right, well, how can we create this set a little cheaper and more realistic to everything going on, you know?
So what's your favorite location you've done? Either like venue or outside?
Let's see. I guess the estate at River Run. That was our latest one.
I would also say the estate at River Run.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that. Where is that?
It's
in Maidens.
oh yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Maiden, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, we know that.
So it's not too far, like maybe 40-minute drive.
Near the distillery.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 crosses.
We've been there several times.
Right.
Bring it back to alcohol. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
They have excellent whiskey there.
Yeah. Oh, whiskey's my favorite drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I would have made you an old fashioned.
Oh, I didn't know you had.
Yeah, we have bourbon.
Oh shit.
Well, that's Matt's
after
department.
show.
yeah, exactly.
So do you think of the concepts all at once before the year begins, or what is your creative process? And do you sometimes have to change it because of going to a plan B, or is that like worst case scenario?
Yes. So I actually, this month is December. So what I usually do is I'll announce my themes in December for next year. So I'll go ahead and just like lay them all out, let everybody know, hey, these are the themes. This is the winter, the spring, the summer, and the fall theme. So I do 4 themes a year. And that way, you know, it gives people enough time to prepare to see what they may be interested in booking. I will admit, though, when I first did the Me program, I did not. I would kind of just like list the theme during that season.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I got to figure out a better way to go about this. So
That's how you learn.
it's true. Yes. Running a business and also just anything. It's like trial and error, learning what works, what doesn't, you know?
And you learn while you do.
Yes.
At least with me.
Yep.
We just kind of, with the
know.
podcast, we just kind of figure things out as we go.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly. Tapping back into confidence. So, what is a common insecurity that women bring to their sessions, and how do you help them move past it?
Oh, I love that question. Yeah. So obviously a lot of women are self-conscious about their weight. You know, oh, I hear this a lot. My stomach, my double chin. You know, those are like
Yeah.
the two. And
yes.
I think it's just a woman thing. Like we're hormonal. We hold a lot of weight in our face and our bellies. It just is what it is. So I always try to choose my words wisely or carefully because, I can sit there and say, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. Shush, like it's gonna be fine.
Shush.
Yeah, like you're fine. It's gorgeous. It's fine. But I also, want them to be happy, and I work with what they want. So if someone's asking me, can you Photoshop this out? Fine. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want the final product to be. However, I don't immediately say, do you want me to Photoshop that out? Yeah. Unless they bring it up or discuss it.
That makes sense, yeah.
You never want to
assume
and potentially insult somebody.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I truly do believe everybody is beautiful. I really think there's beauty in all that we have. But, I also try to work with what people want. So, yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
For anyone who's in photography.
I mean, and I can speak to this from the other side of the camera. When you asked that question, definitely immediately went to double chin.
Same.
But you have a way of photographing women, no matter size, weight, how we look, anything that just makes you feel beautiful. You have an understanding of the female body that I think a lot of photographers take a long time to understand.
Yeah. I try to also think of it like when I, because we all try to like do our selfies sometimes, and so whenever I'm in front of the camera, whatever bothers or whatever, makes me like look at too hard, I try to think, okay, are other women also looking at these things? And, just be mindful of that.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, yeah.
I love that though.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Have you announced for our listeners what the themes are for next year?
Oh, yes, I can. Okay, so our winter theme is Vikings.
Oh,
wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
I'm a Vikings fan.
Yes. So we figured, actually, Hannah helps me with a lot of my themes. I will give her that. I cannot take full credit. We figured that would be really cool. And, people can choose whether they want to do it in a fashion editorial way or if they want to do a boudoir style, like a sexy Vikings, they get to pick.
So how would you describe the Viking, like a sexy Viking look?
Fur.
Matt's very interested.
Yes, nothing but fur or like,
Pelts.
Fur string bikini.
Yes.
Exactly.
I just ordered a dress like that, but there is one on Shein I kind of want.
Yeah, order it. Exactly. And then the spring theme is a Marie Antoinette royal rebellion vibe. So
Yes,
that.
that'll be fun.
Perhaps some cake will be involved.
Some beheadings.
A guillotine.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to have that set, but we'll either be at another venue, maybe even the estate at River Run in their grand dining room, because it would be perfect to shoot it there, or we'll create our own set in the studio.
That's cool.
So, and then our summer theme is a Sirens vibe. So a mermaid, kind of like
I love mermaids.
an overboard mermaid vibe. She's
This is a
caught-
mermaid.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
She's caught in the rope,
Yes.
but she survived. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
She's still here, bitches.
yeah, we'll probably have like a rain machine going, adding some water effect, some sexy water looks going on. The wardrobe will be in a incorporation of ropes and nets and
Oh my gosh.
obviously like mermaid vibes. And then we were thinking of hitting up my carpenter friend to craft what looks like a shipwreck, so
An arc.
exactly. Noah's Ark.
Nobody's going to build it.
Speaking about all these like bold and creative ways that you create these photo shoots, what is the most unexpected or bold and weird creative risk that you've ever taken in your work this far?
Oh, creative risk. Let me think about this one for a second.
Or like your weirdest shoot?
My weirdest shoot.
None of the them seem weird to me.
True. I'm like,
We're asking the wrong
I'm
people.
the worst person to ask this question.
How, like the coolest one.
How
that
about
you've done?
one that you put out and you were like, when you like released it, you were like, is this
like
you know what I mean?
cringy? I have had some cringy sets. Yeah. I don't know if I've had weird, but I've had.
Can you describe those?
Yeah. So I will say one of my busts were a celestial theme. And it was one, it was like.
Sounds good on paper.
Yeah,
I mean,
it sounds good on paper. But this was where, again, trial and error comes in. I did not promote it well enough, like ahead of time. And I did not plan the set. So I literally just had a backdrop with like a
Stars or
cloud
something.
theme on it and fake snow / clouds. And that was it. And I threw it like all together in my garage. And I'm like, here's my set.
It was like Deb from Napoleon Dynamite.
I know.
Put your fist.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm like, ooh, this was kind of cringy. I could have done better. But yeah, live and learn.
Looks like
actually-
like an arts and crafts
Yeah, I
project.
feel like that could work, like a weird like '80s beauty like really cheesy '80s
Yeah,
beauty photo
like Earth
shoot.
Girls Are
Yeah.
Easy vibes?
Yes, that's pretty much what it looked like. Yeah.
I
actually like that.
too.
That's one of my favorite movies. So.
Well, you would have maybe liked the set then.
Well, because Amanda, friend of show, Amanda, 2 doors down, Amanda Loy, she 2 years ago for Halloween, her and her other friend, they were doing like that same kind of like
that's why I met her.
alien like
Yes.
look.
I remember her outfit.
Yeah, her makeup was on point. But anything especially new that you're excited to get into or ways to expand coming up in the next year, like creatively?
So I am getting closer to finishing my own studio. So
Oh, cool.
we're finishing drywalling. We're going to be replacing right now my garage doors into windows. So soon, my hope is by next fall, all of that will be done. So that's our next like creative project to
Damn, that's so exciting.
to kind of finish, because a lot of times if I don't do it there, I'll rent other studios to get certain things done. So it all works out with what I need to do. But having my own space officially finished would just be so amazing,
Yeah.
So
Wow.
And
yeah,
right there, it's nice.
yes,
Like at
it's
your house.
literally right.
So
I walk
convenient.
20 feet in my backyard.
So is that pretty common to have a studio just in your own house?
Yes, actually. And it's crazy because for a while there, I thought there's no way like people will book me if I'm doing this from home. But then you find out so many other photographers do the same thing. Yes, you do have photographers that do have their own like fancy studio space elsewhere. But then you find out what they're paying for that. And you're like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
You could save so much money.
yes. So it's like, if I can make this work, why not? And I think at the end of the day, a lot of people don't really care where you do it as long as the photos come out
Yeah,
good.
true. Yeah.
And it's honestly rang true.
About the quality.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes you could take photos of like a garbage can or something and it would turn out well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A toilet.
Little lot.
Well, we actually we did Dead and Breakfast in your kitchen, and if you go back and look at those photos, you would never know. They're
Yep.
so good.
That's
cool.
so true. I forgot about that. And in my bedroom.
So you said dead and breakfast?
Dead and Breakfast.
Like
Yep.
the Grateful Dead or Zombie Dead?
Like zombie.
Zombie
dead.
dead.
Like, they've been in the bed and breakfast for
Oh,
one too
okay.
many years, but they're
never
still
leaving.
sexy.
They can check out anytime they
That sounds like
they
there's
can
an
never leave.
I was thinking of like a zombie breakfast or something.
Which would have like body parts on the table.
Yep. So the two sets were like the bedroom with, silk sheets and dead flowers and blood and stuff like that. And then another set was the front desk with the bell
Yeah.
and
Oh,
a
okay.
vintage phone.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And they're in like,
Beetlejuice vibes.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god! I was about to say that.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
my favorite.
I was about to say that.
Yep.
That's a pretty interesting concept.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the answer to the question that
Actually,
I
that might have been a weird one. Yep. That would have
I got
worked
my
for
answer.
that. Yeah. Yep. I actually forgot about that one. We've done so many, so my brain's like, let me think back. Yeah.
Hannah, you said the Barbie one is your favorite, you think? Or
Favorite is hard. Favorite is hard because I love a little bit of each one. I take a little bit of each one with me. I think one of my favorites will always be Secret Garden, because I have a wonderful friend, shout out to Chloe, who let us use her snake.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Like a python?
She was a baby one.
Okay.
She's tiny. But she was the star of the show. She knew her angles. And it was so much fun to shoot with a live animal, and that provides a layer of not only difficulty but complexity to the pictures, and then getting to watch all the other girls experience that, and also some of the girls who were afraid of snakes working through their fear because they wanted to do it. That one will always have a special place for me.
That's so cool.
That sounds
That
amazing.
one
So I'm terrified of snakes, so that would definitely be a challenge.
I love snakes. So I would have been
Yeah, I'm
like,
not-
yes, put them all
I'm
over.
not really too
Yeah,
afraid
they're
of them.
pretty cool.
I'm scared. I'm scared of a lot of stuff.
There might be one that lives outside here, but
Yeah, we've
won't
seen
mention
one
that.
before.
Telling me. All right. So besides the new studio, what's next for you in the Me program?
Ooh, well, I'm like I said, I'm always trying to refine and elevate. So I've now kind of, other than the themes, I've made it so, the girls can choose add-ons. So if they want Professional Wardrobe by Emma Manis, we'll throw her name in there again, and Videography by Sergio Lorenzana, then they have that option to book that and elevate their experience. So they get their package initially with me to do the photography, but if they want additional things, they can
That's cool.
they can add those on. And that way it keeps the Me program too in a more feasible realm. Because if I included everything, it might get to the point where it's like just too pricey. And
Yeah.
then people opt out because they're like, I can't do all that. So now they can choose how much they want to invest,
And does hair and makeup come with the basic package or no?
I don't think the basic one. I think it comes with the second and third tiered package. Yeah.
Nice.
Because we got to do this at some point.
I know.
You should. It's so much
Yes.
fun.
We want to.
Yeah. And like I said, another thing like Hannah mentioned, at the promo shoots, it's more like solo shoot based. So everyone will come at a certain time. They'll get their hair and makeup done. I'll shoot them one-on-one. But a lot of the girls will still want to stay. They'll want to hang out and watch and cheer each other on. And especially for the group shoots, everybody stays and supports each other. And it's just so much fun. And that's why I love it. Because I'm like, oh my God, this is everything I wanted it to be. Everyone's here. It's not just
community.
about themselves. It's about friendship and, like you said, community and just empowering one another. So
I love that.
I love it.
My last question for me is how can our listeners and us, how can we support you? Where can we follow you?
It's at Melanie, Melanie, Eaton, Eaton, photo, with a PH, on Instagram, and then MelanieEatonPhotography.com. And just, any word of mouth is so helpful and beneficial to us.
Blow you up.
Yeah,
Small
we'll blow you
business
up.
owners. Yes.
As best as we can.
Yes. Thank you.
And I just wanted to double check. You still have slots for this coming year.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So do you do like
book 'em up, people.
pet photography or like weddings or?
I also do weddings. Yes. I will say I don't really do pet photography, even though I love animals, but I mainly shoot people. If somebody asked me though, can you shoot my animal? Of course I would.
Because I might be asking about my cat and I.
Oh, I would love to. Yes.
That'd be cute.
That would be awesome.
You should do like a Sabrina,
Yeah,
the
that
teenage
was.
witch.
Why are we the same person? Literally, that's what I would do.
Yes, that would actually be really cute. That would be really cute. But yeah, I do a bit of everything. I just ultimately, I guess, how people say niche down when you have a business. So my ultimate thing is the fashion and boudoir and branding. But I do weddings on the side as well. Weddings are where,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
is at,
Good money.
Get that green.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Cool.
Well, I had a kind of weird question now that we've gotten to the end, but whatever. What do you think is the hardest subject to photograph? Is it like non-human, human?
That's a
Animal?
good question.
That is a good question. Well, animals can always be tricky because, especially, they don't always want to look at the camera.
Right.
I would say the hardest subject, people that are constantly overthinking their pose. Actually, I wouldn't say animals or children, because children can be really funny to photograph.
Because they're authentic.
Exactly. So I would actually say the overthinkers, even the models or whoever I work with, the clients, the ones that are constantly questioning themselves, and you see it all over their face. And I'm like, breathe, because if you don't relax, all of these photos are just, they're not going to turn
Yeah,
out. So
that's so
don't
true.
overthink it. Just try to relax. So they're my hardest subjects, actually.
I feel like that'd be me.
I feel like that
Right.
that tracks. Because
What about something like sports photography? Is that a pretty hard thing to do?
Actually, I've only done that twice.
Really? Okay.
And yes, it was kind of hard. It was not my forte.
yeah, I'm like, that's
Yeah.
constant moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make that basket again for you.
Like, no, it's true. It is so true. And you have to make sure you have that speed motion just right on your camera
It'd be
settings.
blurry.
There's so much going on. So yeah, I would say definitely tough.
Yeah, I've always thought it might be a difficult subject because, they're always moving.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah,
but
thank you
stick
so
around,
much.
ladies.
All right, Big Daddy, I think it's time for you to drop it on us.
And like earlier in the episode, I mentioned we're going to be talking about bad Santas, and it's because 'tis the season.
I love a bad scene.
And so first, I'm going to be talking about the Jolly Green distributor.
Not the Jolly Green Giants?
No, distributor.
Like the God.
All right.
So, in Seaside, California, a man wearing a full Santa suit was arrested at a local restaurant after repeatedly approaching patrons and employees. His holiday cheer quickly turned into a police matter when he delivered his, quote, gift, small bags of marijuana to multiple people. He was taken into
Jolly day.
he was taken into custody for drug distribution after trying to spread a different kind of festive spirit.
That's the kind of holiday cheer I'm looking for.
Now that's a bad Santa.
That's hilarious.
So next, the Pay My Elves robber. A bank in Hermitage, Tennessee was robbed by a man in a Santa suit and sunglasses who maintained a surprisingly jolly demeanor. Brandishing a gun, he demanded money from the teller, explaining that he urgently needed the cash to, quote, pay his elves. Despite his unique motivation and costume, he was later arrested for the armed robbery. All right, so the SantaCon brawl. Have you ever heard of SantaCon?
I have.
Okay, so
Vaguely.
I think it's from the Santa Claus movie, though.
For those not in the know, SantaCon is a holiday bar crawl in which people dress up like Santa and get shit-faced.
Oh, I thought it was a convention where people
too.
would.
No. So
And it-
this is just like people, it's basically like a bar hop kind of event. So when SantaCon winds down and Santas have imbibed more than what they can handle, a pedestrian can usually witness Santas puking, sleeping, or in this case, fighting. On one particularly rowdy occasion, the festive atmosphere devolved into a large-scale drunken brawl. Police were called to break up a confusing melee involving dozens of highly intoxicated Santas exchanging punches over minor disputes, leading to mass arrest. And so, a quote from one of the participating Santas: "It was terrible. They were throwing up in the streets. It was really disgusting. I just put on my red suit and just had a good time." So, all right. So, last but not least, the Santa stuck in the chimney.
Oh, no.
So, this has happened in real life. In Seattle, a man attempting a burglary decided, logically enough, for a, quote, Santa criminal to enter a house via a chimney. He became stuck and had to call 911 on himself to be rescued by the fire department, which he was promptly arrested.
That's hilarious.
So,
I want to know, do they pull him back up or down?
Me too.
So anyway, we actually saw Santa at the Christmas tree lot last
True.
weekend.
He was very jolly.
Because you were sitting on his lap.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Claus insisted that I bounce around on his lap. It was kind of crazy.
She was his pimp.
They made it known to us that they weren't together, that she was a widow, which was sad, but that he was on the prowl.
That ruined the magic.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'd had enough cocktails at that point where I thought it was funny.
All right.
funny.
So that concludes Dropping on Us Big Daddy.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have some events, some New Year's events.
Oh, yes. We have some high-key events first and then some low-key events for people who aren't in the mood to party.
No mid-key events?
No mid, just high and low. That's how it goes. Anyway, number one is Y2K New Year's Eve Bash at Ember Music Hall. What? A throwback Y2K themed party full of pop, hip hop, R&B hits, a neon vibe, VIP bottle service, and a live midnight countdown. When? Wednesday, December 31st, on New Year's Eve. Doors open at 9 p.m., with the party going late into the night and the wee hours of the morning. Tickets are from $28 to $50, with higher tier options, VIP bottle service, up to $270 plus if you're going to go all out.
Wow.
Why go? If you want to dance, nostalgia, and a big midnight moment.
Y2K.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Number two, midnight in Manhattan at Harry's at the Hofheimer. What? A multi-level New York City-inspired New Year's Eve experience across the Hofheimer building. Cocktails, live music, immersive spaces, and a champagne toast at midnight. Where? It's at 2018 West Broad Street in Richmond at the historic Hofheimer building. And doors open at 7, and you're going to party until 1 a.m.
Oh.
Tickets vary, so go on their website and look because there's a lot of different pricing options. Why go? This is chic, elevated, a sophisticated vibe. Perfect if you want to dress up and sip on a craft cocktail.
Or sniff
Or
one.
sniff.
Or sniff
Yeah.
one.
Or sniff a little sniff.
Yeah. Some,
In Hannah's case, sniff.
some snow.
And the number 3 and the last one is New Year's Eve 2026 Royal Masquerade Ball at the Foundation. Elegant, mysterious, and dance heavy. This masquerade party features DJ Rel Miles spinning hip hop, R&B, and reggae. 2 bars, a VIP area, plus masks are encouraged.
Ooh.
That's at
No.
the foundation?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
And it goes from 9 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. If you want to dress up a lot and you want a good theme with some great music and a little mystery, this is the one.
That sounds fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, for our low-key peeps. Carytown dinner and a stroll. If your ideal New Year's Eve is a cute outfit, good food, and being in bed by 12:15,
Or earlier.
exactly, do a cozy dinner in Carytown, watch the ball drop in Paris, and then go to bed. Great spots for a mellow night. Can. It's romantic and French. The Daily, healthy-ish, but they also have cocktails. It's all about balance. Bovine Burgers. They have burgers and champagne. How could you go wrong? You can stroll the lights afterwards, grab a dessert, or just skip the crowds entirely and head on home. What about New Year's Eve with a wine flight?
What about it?
You can do that at Brambley Park. Perfect for couples or small groups who want to just vibe but not club. They have their outdoor fire pits, the igloos, chill music, great wine flights. Also, they got booze and beer there, peeps.
Hell yeah.
Low-key festive without being overwhelming. This is a soft life. New Year's Eve.
So,
Have you been to Bramley Park?
I haven't.
It's
no.
actually really nice.
It is really
Yeah.
nice. We had Carter,
Harry's
who owns
Carter.
it, as a guest, and then
okay.
he also is part owner of Harry's with Natalie,
Yeah,
who's also
Hofheimer.
on the show. So support them all.
Yes.
And they also, side note, they do a date night special now there, and it's like only $50, and it's like a full course meal with dinner for two, like dessert, cocktails,
my
everything,
God.
appetizers.
So cute.
That's awesome. Okay.
And then last but not least, Artsy New Year's Eve at VMFA. The museum is open until early evening, so you can do a quiet, cultured New Year's. Walk the galleries, hit Best Cafe for a glass of wine. Take aesthetic photos and be home before the chaos starts. This gives me main character in an indie film energy.
Yes, indeed.
But go check those out and decide what you'd like to do. Moving on, we have our
Artist of the week. Has anyone heard of Michael Millions? He's kind of a big deal. He's a local artist who feels perfect as you're counting down into the new year. He's a 2-time Grammy-nominated rapper, songwriter, producer, and engineer whose thoughtful lyricism and storytelling have made him one of RVA's most respected voices in hip-hop, rooted in our city's culture, but speaking to something universal. Whether you're streaming tracks from albums like Beautiful, Hard to Be a King, or Ghost of $20 Bills. His music carries that reflective yet celebratory energy that fits new beginnings. You know, the vibes of looking back at the year with gratitude ahead with intention. But anyway, check out Michael Millions.
All right, well, I think that wraps it up, right?
Wraps it up
Olivia,
like
do you have any more?
That wraps it up.
wraps it up like a gift on Christmas.
Do y'all have any New Year's plans yet, ladies?
You can go first, Hannah.
Hannah?
All of those on the list sounded absolutely wonderful. Unfortunately, my husband and I are the pajamas and in bed by 12:15 type.
And you'll be having a baby around that time?
You need to be
Yes,
rested.
they're saying January 19th, but we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Any day now.
Yeah.
Like, this is the home
She
stretch.
seems ready for the exit. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like, get me out of here.
I want to be photographed.
Yeah. So also that doesn't help for your energy levels being 8 months pregnant.
I'm sure. I'm like, I have no children, and my energy level is like a -10 at least.
So do you have any names picked out?
Yes, we do. Her name is going to be Eleanor Freya.
Eleanor. Okay.
love that name.
Nice.
Are you gonna call her Elle or Ellie?
There are so many options.
Yeah.
I think I have Ellie saved the most in my phone. My sister calls her Ella. There's also Elle.
Yeah.
It's endless.
Yeah, I love
Eloise.
that.
I want to name my daughter Eloise, but
That would be
two.
cute.
Like Eloise.
I was going to say, as an Elizabeth, I get all of them.
Do you remember the books, Eloise?
Yes.
Like
yes.
The pink ones where she's like in the big like home. I don't know where.
It's been a while,
what it
but
is,
yeah,
but-
I do remember
Yeah,
those.
I
My
love
mom
it.
used to read those to me.
I am down for anything. Everything you guys listed sounds fun. But yeah, we always do something. We at least go 1 or 2 places, and we do our own little New Year's Eve, thing where we'll have some friends over, some beers and food, and we'll stay up. And I feel like even though I'm tired a lot more these days, I still have to do it.
Yeah.
Like I have to stay
It's
up and
life.
see it. Yes. I'm like, I can't go to sleep or it won't feel like the new
New
year.
Year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I forced myself to stay up.
There was one year where I remember I went underneath your kitchen table here and I stuffed my face full of grapes.
Grapes, yeah.
Because apparently if you eat, I forget how many grapes, but if you,
Is it 7?
yeah, I think, and like before, right at midnight when the ball, or like the countdown, like the 10, 9, 8, like whatever, you have to eat all the grapes and you'll meet the love of your life if you get them all down. And I feel like it happened because I met Craig.
Oh.
That's awesome.
So is that like an Italian thing?
I
or-
think so, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Remember I made you carry around the grapes all night and then we ended up coming home early.
That was after
We went to
Southern Railway. Yeah.
We
Oh,
went
that's a
and
dangerous spot.
well, it was like only barely legal people
It was like
there.
16-year-olds and us.
Yeah, it felt like they weren't legal actually, but
I feel like anytime I've ever gone there, it ended in a wild night. Like just like how did I get home? Like
Yeah.
were my friends safe? Are they still there? Like, yeah.
Same.
So.
I know. Luckily we Ubered, but yeah, I don't know. Last year we had like a really chill night. like you were out of town
I
or
here?
something, or you
I
were
was
sick or
sick.
something. Yeah. But we went over to my friend's house and we just did board games, and we spent the night over there because it was like deep South Side. But it was like nice we laughed our asses off and just had fun, and it was kind of cheap. We all just brought like an appetizer and chillaxed. You
I
know?
had norovirus and watched Squid Game.
Oh man.
So may this next year be better.
Some shout outs.
Yes, let's do some shout outs. Maddie, you seem like you have some ready.
I have one, and it actually goes out to the city of Richmond. So it's because they've started on the revitalization of Browns Island, which will include installing new bathrooms. They're going to plant some trees, and they're also going to build a performing arts stage. So it'll definitely be an improvement, because right now there's porta potties.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Hell yeah. I have one. I have two. Shout out to Melanie Eaton Photography.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Finally, we got you. That's our fault too, guys. It's not hers. And then shout out to Yaya's. It's another pop-up I failed to mention last episode. They're crazy too. Crazy decked
really?
out. Yeah.
You went in?
I heard because I went to MPM last night and they said Yaya's is crazy. Like amazing cocktails and everything. So if you're in the Short Pump area and want a Christmas experience, go to Yaya's. MPM is not as festive, but still, you should go. Their food is amazing.
Okay.
Melanie, you have anything you want to shout out? Anyone, anything?
Just want to ultimately say thank you guys for having me on here. It means so much. And yes, please, check out those people I mentioned. Of course, there's so many wonderful people in the creative community and the photography scene. But just a few others I can list, a few female photographers, Kat Helms, Rebecca Burt, check them out. Jamie Hilbish, they're all amazing women. And,
I love it.
No competition. I, respect their work and try to support all the women and people that I can. So
I love it. We all need each other to
Yes.
learn.
And Richmond is so supportive. Like if you're in a business and there's like a competitor, I'm doing air quotes.
Yes.
You know what? Like from everyone we've met, especially in like the brewery business too, like it's not like, fuck you. Or,
it's not cut.
yeah,
Like,
no.
I have to take that beer away from the, like that person walking across the street. Like, I want that money. No.
Yeah,
like,
they might
it's
collaborate on recipes. Or,
Yeah. Same thing with anything. I'm sure. Like
Exactly.
photography.
And it's like everybody also has their own style. They do their own thing. And I really believe in karma. So I feel like if you're going to be a kind of person like that like is nasty to somebody that's doing something like similar to what you're doing, it's just cruel. And another side of it is if they're doing something similar to you, doesn't that make them similar to you and mean that you should like each other because you have similar interests?
Yes.
And so you would want to support that person. Does that make sense? So the way I see it is like, I want to be friends with everybody. I want to be friends with them. So support away. And our clients will find us, the right people will find, who they want to work with. So yeah.
That's life.
Yeah, exactly.
Hannah, you have any shout outs?
I actually do. To kind of piggyback on talking about the city of Richmond, and there is an organization called Keep Virginia Cozy, and they organize trash pickups all around the city. I've done they did a pickup at Belle Isle. And it was raining. It was a dreary, awful day, but there were still probably 15 of us. They had a team in the water pulling trash out of the James. They had people on the ground. And I want to say we ended up cleaning up about 200 pounds of trash.
Wow, that's
by
a lot.
God.
Wow. How many trash cans is that?
It was a lot of trash bags and like tires. They were pulling all kinds of stuff out of the river. And they do that all the time. I've only been able to do a couple just because of my schedule. But any time that you can go and take a couple hours and just clean up the city, I think it's really
that's
a really
great. Great
good
thing, yeah.
program.
Awesome. Yeah.
I have two. I want to shout out all animal rescues, actually, with it getting cold right now. Some right off the top of my head: Richmond SPCA, Richardson's Rescue, Flop, What else am I missing?
What's the one that Fetch a Cure partners with? There's one.
Oh,
I'll
that
link
was
it
the
up.
Richmond SVCA.
Yeah, I think.
But all of you guys, please be aware, bring your pets in out of the cold. You shouldn't be keeping like a dog or cat out at night right now when it's below freezing. So thanks everyone for taking care of our pets. Or our non-pets that were born and haven't become one yet. And then also, I just wanted to shout out my co-hosts, Big Daddy and Livy here. Love you guys. We're about to enter our 3rd season.
Oh, no, 4th.
Well, 4th, but our 3rd year. Sorry, we broke up one. But I can't believe we've made it this far, and I can't wait to see what we do next.
I know. I'm
Wow.
so
New
excited.
year.
Yes.
Same us.
Yeah. All right. Well, love everyone. Everyone stay safe over New Year's and the holidays. Hope it is a fantastic end of the year. Don't get too stressed with all the shit going on. Like, just take care of yourself and the rest will fall into place. And have a couple cocktails if you can.
And guess what? We'll see you next year.
That's right.
And we have a sneak peek for the next episode.
Nope.
They'll
Is
just
that-
have to wait until next year
It's a
because there's a lot of holiday shit going on between now and then.
The anticipation.
And of course, check out our socials.
Yes, yes.
us a
Give us a
follow.
follow.
The-
Give us a like.
The Facegram.
And we'll link up
Insta
everything we
book.
discussed as usual.
Yes.
Thank you guys once
you.
again
Yeah, thanks
for
for being on the show.
Thank you so much for coming.
It was fun.
This was